Yo, what's going on with y'all? Welcome to Happy Hour with Lito. I am your host. You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna talk about how I feel about everything that went on. Um, like I said, I am your host. Looks like we had a little bit of technical difficulties there for a moment, but it's all good. Welcome to Happy Hour with Lito. I am your host. Today we're gonna talk about UFC 278 a little bit. And I'm gonna talk to you, give you some recapping on, the fights, everything, the main card. You know what I'm saying? Um, First and foremost, shout out to first time listeners, last time listeners. Um, comment, subscribe. Connection's unstable. How is that possible? I don't know what's going on with my connection here because I got great internet. So I don't know what's happening here. Maybe some haters going on, some hating going on in the atmosphere because of what I'm about to say. But anyway, right? Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? You know, uh, I need more subscribers, y'all. And if you've never heard my podcast before, I usually do it with a special guest. I've talked to movie stars. I've talked to comedians. I've talked about just about anybody you can think of, hip hop artists, everyone. So please go back through, look at some of the battle rappers. Also, look at some of the people I've talked to. Please comment. Please like. Please subscribe. Please comment. You know what I mean? I take all comments seriously because you know what I mean. Nobody's perfect, and I always can be better. So thank you for that. Let's start number one with this UFC 278 main card, right? Tyson Pedro versus Sucker, right? Um, when I seen that fight, it looked like Harry had just got caught with like maybe a glove in an eye. It looked like it. Couldn't really see. Tyson, he closed the distance. Um, Dropped him with a kick to the midsection, and he followed up. It was all she wrote after that. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot about Tyson. I think he's been not fighting for the last couple years, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the last time he fought, it wasn't in front of a crowd, to my knowledge. So bravo to Tyson. Bravo to Harry too. Harry has a great story. I hope to have him on my podcast one day. He has a great story to tell. Um, you know what I mean? I think it'll be inspirational for a lot of people to go from where he was to where he is today. I think it's awesome. Fight number two, women's bantamweight. Uh, Wu Yanan and Lucy Pudilova, right? I thought Wu was going to pull this off. I think she trains under Jackson's. Um, I thought she was going to pull this off, and um, she got stopped. You know what I mean? So Lucy definitely looks like somebody that people should um, make sure they pay attention to. She looks good. She looks like a beast out there. So, bravo to Lucy. Um, hope to when she fights again, I'm definitely going to be tuning in. Bantamweight, Jose Aldo Jr., the King of Rio, versus Marab. I was a little upset at this fight, right? Reason being is because I felt like Marab was tailor made for Jose. I felt like the matchmakers were now Marab's a great fighter, right? But I felt like he was tailor made for Jose because the way that he fought, he was a pressure fighter. Jose could counter. Um, Jose started off doing leg kicks, which we haven't seen him do leg kicks in a long time, right? He was doing leg kicks. I just knew. So I said, listen, Jose might be able to stop this guy. I feel like they was trying to get Jose to, get him in there for the title. And he just didn't throw a lot. I don't know I don't know what that's about. Right? Jose was just in there. He was just there. Like he really wasn't throwing a lot. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe we'll see something, different. Um, but I don't get that at all. Anyway, next fight, probably my favorite fight of the night, honestly. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold, he retired Saturday night, and bravo to Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold fought his ass off. Um, I think the elevation got to him for sure because he didn't seem to be able to like he seemed tired quickly. I think the elevation got to him. Bravo to Paulo Costa too. They both went, they were banging in there. That was my favorite fight of the night. Um Shout out to, like I said, Luke Rockhold for that fight. That fight, he did great to me. I mean, let me say this within reason. I just like the fact that both of them were going at it and nobody wanted to give up. And that was awesome. Paulo won, of course. Um, but yeah, shout out to both of them. Now let's get to this championship fight, right? My guy, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman versus Leon Rocky Edwards, right? First round, Leon is able to get double underhooks and trip Kamaru, end up on top, mounted. Even took his back one time. Didn't finish him. Took his back. I knew this fight was not going to be an easy fight for Kamaru at all. And he knew that too. But it's like, yo, okay, I see what's going on here, right? Rounds 2, 3, 4, and all of 5 except for about 60 seconds. Kamaru dominated that fight. 50 seconds left. Well, before that, right? Going into the 5th, Leon's corner gives him a heck of a talking to, right? His coach getting on him. Leon looked defeated in that fight after 3 rounds of pretty much 2, 3, and 4 being just completely dominated. He looked defeated. All of a sudden, his coach talks to him, cussing at him, yelling at him, just trying to, get him to wake up. Round 5 comes around, right? Round 5 comes around, and he's still being, he was getting dominated round 5 too. 50 seconds left. He throws a punch that he knew he wasn't going to hit, but he set up the left high kick to the head. Kamaru makes a mistake. Head kick, gets knocked out. That's all she wrote. Leon becomes the first Jamaican-born fighter to win the UFC championship, the welterweight championship. Congrats to Leon. I have a problem though, right? Because I just got done watching Ariel from the MMA, his MMA hour, right? He was talking. He gave an emotional recap about Leon Edwards, right? I have a problem with that because he was saying everything that Leon had to go through growing up, um, to get to where he was today, right? Which was he won a championship off of that head kick, which I felt was just Kamaru got caught. He made a mistake. It was a lucky kick. Just being honest, because he was getting. It wasn't like he was whooping Kamaru all fight, right? But the funny thing about people's mind, right, is that they forgot about the rest of the rounds when the head kick landed. Then all of a sudden it's, oh, Kamaru this, Kamaru that. You know, he got knocked out. He got this. Yeah, he did get knocked out, right? But what about the rest of the fight? So the rest of the fight don't matter now, all of a sudden. But anyway, Ariel Helwani, right? He's saying all of this stuff. And I just feel like he was super bigging him up, right? Super bigging Edwards up. I get it. But that same energy that he had for Edwards, he ain't had that for Kamaru when Kamaru first won against Woodley. Kamaru was on a 9-fight winning streak. His 10th fight was against Tyron Woodley, right? Nobody wanted to fight Kamaru. You're talking about the way, Leon grew up. Well, guess what, Ariel? A lot of black men grow up that way. Don't matter what country you're in. A lot of us grew up from the mud. You know what I'm saying? And I know he said he was making it about him and himself and stuff like that. Listen, everything he said was cool. You know what I mean? As far as, giving Leon his flowers, right? But he don't do that for everybody. So the next time that that you want Kamaru to come on your show, you got to keep that same energy that you had for Leon. You believe Leon was going to beat Kamaru. You said that, right? But what gave you it's almost like I remember seeing you make a comment before the fight. Oh, Kamaru really Hollywood now? He doesn't wear a shirt. He's always wearing these shirts with his shirt unbuttoned. He doesn't have a shirt underneath that and all of that. It's almost like you take away from his work ethic. Everybody knows Kamaru works his ass off. You know what I'm saying? He works his tail off. Period. Point blank, end of story. He works his tail off, and you know, for you to feel like he didn't do anything, or not didn't do anything, but you just did not give him his just due just because Leon won in that moment. But the only reason why this was so big for Leon, to be completely honest, was because of the man that Kamaru was. You know what I'm saying? 20 fights, one loss before that. Before that loss, that's still not bad. He still can come. Now, what if they do the rematch at wherever in London? Leon loses. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to say then, right? Also, Kamaru, he had a rough upbringing too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Living in Nigeria till he was 8, I believe. Even when he came over here, um, he had to deal with certain things. He was an immigrant, and he ended up being in Texas. And then also when he wanted to get into MMA, he had no money. He had to sleep on Rashad Evans' couch for I don't even know how long. You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like you say, blue collar this, hard hat, lunch pail for Leon. What you trying to say about Kamaru? Like that wasn't him? I just don't like when media people do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black men, it don't matter what country you in. A lot of black men grew up the same way. And you cannot try to make one seem more deserving than the other. When it comes to um, upbringing and trauma from upbringing, we all have that. So I just don't. I'm not a fan of Ariel for doing that. But like I said, Kamaro come back on your show. You gotta make sure you keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, bro. Um, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Leon Edwards. Never want to tear another black man down. You know what I'm saying? Even though Kamaru is one of my favorite fighters. Um, Seeing him lose was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody else who, sees one of their favorite fighters lose, right? But shout out to Leon Edwards for doing that for his country. That's dope. I'm doing that for his family. That's dope. Kamaru will be back. His work ethic is second to none, and he doesn't take anybody lightly. We have to see how he's going to react now based off of that knockout. Anytime you get knocked out, it takes something from your career as far as like your longevity. I mean, look what it did to Anderson Silva when Anderson Silva decided to play around with Chris Weidman. After that, it was tough, you know what I'm saying, for Anderson when it came to MMA. But he did do good in boxing. So, we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Happy Hour with Lito. I have so many other videos and interviews with people that you guys can check out on my channel. And I got some stuff coming up here soon, real soon. I think you guys will be happy to see that. Listen, y'all have a blessed one, and I'm out.